All right, guys, 2024 is probably going to be the most important presidential election of all of our lives. It's going to be a telltale sign, guys, because I believe that Joe Biden is so corrupt, man. He's the most corrupt occupier of the Oval Office ever. I don't even think it's close, to tell you the truth. I mean, Joe Biden is that corrupt. This is why I should call him Beijing Biden, because he's the big guy and he needs his 10%. His son is a corrupt crackhead. His son is so dumb, man. He left that laptop out there. All of it was real. All of it. However, the big tech communists actually suppressed that under the old Twitter regime. But now, guys, we know that laptop is real. We absolutely know that laptop is real. Joe Biden is completely corrupt. Joe Biden is on camera talking about withholding congressional approved funds if a prosecutor in Ukraine didn't get fired. He's on tape saying that, guys. That is completely illegal. Joe Biden is a foreign agent. He is completely corrupt. He can't run on any accomplishments that he's had because he's had none. He's had zero accomplishments unless you actually want to call high gas prices, super high inflation, and the Afghanistan withdrawal, and letting people just burn to death in Maui. If you want to call that a positive accomplishment, wow. This man is awful, completely awful. That is why he's going after Donald Trump and trying to lock him up. Because under Donald Trump, everything was great. Gas prices were great. The economy was flourishing. This country was flourishing. But day one of Beijing Biden, he stops the Keystone Pipeline. Gas prices go up, inflation goes up, Afghanistan happens, everything is just super duper bad. But apparently, guys, the communists want it to remain like that. They want you to suffer. Donald Trump, he was right. He said, they're not after me, they're after you. He's just in the way. Guys, they're trying to prosecute this guy and lock him up for 700 years because they want to deny him his First Amendment rights to free speech. You know, big tech has been doing that. We know that the Democrats have been doing that also as well. They were colluding with big tech to silence you, a clear violation of the First Amendment. And I did videos on this in the past. Joe Biden has been exposed trying to suppress your free speech. A blatant violation of the Constitution. Kevin McCarthy, that's enough right there to impeach him. Enough right there. Easy, slam dunk. What are you waiting on, Republicans? What are you waiting on? Now, Donald Trump, he has come out, man, and he has unloaded on Joe Biden. And I believe that Joe Biden and Democrats are terrified what Donald Trump is actually going to do on day one. I believe, guys, he is going to come out there swinging, not only drain the swamp, but also put Joe Biden in prison for his crimes. Like I said, guys, it's well documented, man. Joe Biden is super duper corrupt. Super corrupt. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys, right here on the Post Millennial. Trump to appoint special counsel to investigate Biden family corruption if reelected. And they're trying to do everything in their power, man, to stop this man from getting reelected. 2024 is so important, guys, because if Trump can't win this as bad as Biden has been, guys, we're going to be in a communist state. You know, if we're not already in one right here, because what Joe Biden and Democrats have done to violate your constitutional rights, man, this is some Stalinist type of stuff right here. Let's read this, guys. It says in a video posted to Truth Social on Tuesday afternoon, 2024 GOP frontrunner Donald Trump announced he would appoint a special counsel to investigate the corruption of Joe Biden and his family. And we do have the clip right here, man, because we know that Joe Biden, he's compromised by China and other foreign entities. The United States, man, is not respected on the world stage whatsoever. This man must go. Wokeness has been taking over this country, even though we had victories on the wokeness, the whole Bud Light thing. Our military, man, is weak, if you ask me. It's been infiltrated by leftist wokeness as well. The Navy, My Navy, who I used to be in, actually had a drag queen out there disrespecting the uniform, trying to recruit. And recruitment is down because true patriotic Americans, man, don't want to be a part of wokeness. I mean, think of this, guys. Woke people are terrified of guns. And in the military, guys, guess what? You got to shoot live ammunition. I shot 9mm, 50 cals, M16s, all that stuff. I shot that when I was in the Navy. 12-gauge shotgun as well. Woke people are terrified of guns. But let's go ahead and watch this clip here of President Trump. This is why they're trying to stop him, guys, because I believe he's dead serious. Now, Hillary, she should have been locked up for all of those emails, 30,000 emails, destroying a bunch of computers and stuff. Yeah, she should have been in jail. I don't believe Trump is going to make that same mistake again. I believe that heads will roll. And if Trump is elected, Joe Biden may want to pack his bags and move to China. But let's go ahead and play this right here.
The Biden crime family received more than $20 million from foreign countries while Crooked Joe was vice president, and probably a lot more than that. That's just the money they found. Not one of Joe Biden's defenders has even attempted to explain what Joe and his family did, including his children and his grandchildren. What were they doing getting all of this money? I believe we have a compromised president. He was bribed and now he's being blackmailed. He's a Manchurian candidate. That's why Crooked Joe is letting other countries walk all over the United States. He's afraid to bring it up. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's petrified of China because they know exactly how much money has been given to him.
Yep.
And they know exactly where it is. China has paid him a fortune. Just think of what China has gotten for all that money. Biden shut down my administration's initiative targeting Chinese spies in the United States. He shut it down cold. He let China off the hook for COVID. He shut down the investigation into the origins of the China virus. He did nothing as China began setting up bases in Cuba, taking over South America, and threatening Taiwan. They even took over the Panama Canal. We spent a fortune building it. Jimmy Carter's administration sold it for $1. We lost 36,000 people building the Panama Canal. The mosquitoes got them, malaria. The mosquitoes got them. And now China controls it. Russia and China are even doing military exercises near the Aleutian Islands, right off the coast of Alaska.
Yeah, I heard that, guys, about Alaska. They're off the coast of Alaska, near the United States. This would not be happening under President Trump. China and Russia do not respect us.
Biden sits back on his hands. He does nothing. This never would have happened if I was president. If they even thought about it, I would have shut it down instantly. There's no way they would have done any of this kind of thing, including Russia invading Ukraine would have never happened, and China wouldn't even be thinking about Taiwan right now. Crooked Joe's corruption is a glaring threat to national security. Between the millions and millions of dollars he's gotten from China and the millions of dollars from Ukraine, Joe Biden's greed and criminality is going to get us into World War III. We're going to be in World War III with this guy.
I agree.
Grossly incompetent man. Now the corrupt Biden DOJ is continuing the cover-up with the appointment of a special counsel to block further investigation. It's the very same U.S. attorney who cut Hunter Biden the scandalous plea deal that was such a scam it didn't survive the barest scrutiny in court. It was done under what's called blue slip. It wasn't picked in that position by President Trump. It was picked by the Democrat senators in the state. It's called a blue slip. You'll check it out. But they picked him. I didn't pick him. This is corruption like our country has never seen before. That is why as soon as I am reelected, I will appoint a real special counsel, or maybe you'll call it a special prosecutor, whatever you want to call it, you can, to look at all of these bribes, kickbacks, and other crimes, as well as the shameless attempt at a cover-up. Justice will be done. The Biden crime family will be looked at We have to get there first. We have to win the election. They're trying to step in my way at every path because the one person they don't want to run is Donald Trump. But when we get there, the Biden crime family will pay a price like other people are being forced to pay. And that price will be very, very substantial. It'll be fair. But you know what? If they're guilty, they're going to be guilty. What they are doing to justice in this country has never even been thought of before. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that is President Trump right there. Now, when he says that he's going to appoint a special counsel, I don't believe he's going to be doing this for show right here. I mean, there's enough show right now. We know exactly what Beijing Biden has been doing, what he's been up to. I believe, guys, this is to throw Joe Biden in prison because we don't need any more show trials anymore. Joe Biden is corrupt. And Joe Biden is actively trying to throw Donald Trump in prison, basically for, speaking his mind. That's pretty much it. Violating his First Amendment rights. And when it comes to the 2020 election, Donald Trump has every right to contest an election. Democrats have been doing this for a long time. By the way, guys, let's jump back over here. I almost forgot. Look at this right here. Democrats denied election results 150 plus times before Trump was indicted for a challenging election. Democrats don't want their power challenged. And you know what, guys? The Rhino Republicans, the liberal Republicans, they should all be backing Donald Trump, but we know they're not because they're cowards. They're cowards, man. And I believe a lot of those type of Republicans, they need to go. They need to go. You have Republican candidates right now for president saying that, oh, Donald Trump needs to step back now. He's been indicted. Who was it? Asa Hutchinson came out and said that. I believe Chris Christie also as well. Those guys have no shot anyway. They have zero shot. But I believe Donald Trump, you know what he reminds me of right now? He reminds me of Clubber Lang in Rocky 3. That first fight against Rocky, man, he was super hungry. Mickey told Rocky, you ain't been hungry since you won that belt. He says that Clubber Lang was a wrecking machine. He's hungry. He told him you couldn't win. And what happened? Rocky got demolished in that first fight against Clubber Lang. And I believe, man, that Donald Trump is looking a whole lot like Clubber Lang and Rocky 3 in that first fight. Joe Biden is corrupt, and it looks like he's probably going to be going down. Knocked out. Cold. Maybe he'll get some prison time, too, at that. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.